What's up, guys and girls? This is Midori, and I'm back with another episode of Draw With Midori. Now, welcome back, guys and girls. I hope you had a blessed day. Today, as you can see, I will be working with Wraith, and it just had a Void Walker event where they revealed more on the backstory on this character. Now, today, this drawing is going to be a quick fire drawing, and it's going to be focused more on sketch than coloring. I will be using a mannequin so you guys can follow along and get a better idea of how I put this character and this drawing together. Now, I always start off with the mannequin pose. I figure out where the spine is going to be with the character. I imagine the spine running through her body, and that way I could plot out the proportions of the character. As you can see here, I'm pretty much going to use my own little mannequin. You could get this same mannequin Amazon for about $30 to $40. It will help out a lot of beginning artists when it comes to plotting out the pose and the position of the character. A lot of the stuff you can learn in art school if you haven't gone already. As you can see, I'm using the mannequin, and I'm pretty much literally jotting out the pose and the direction, the force of the character. Now, again, this drawing is going to be more focused on sketch. So again, I'm using an anatomy book, following the female body when it comes to the muscles and the skin. So I'm going to use a reference to really get down, and then after the reference, I'm done with the reference. I'm pretty much going to layer on the armor pieces on top. The armor pieces pretty much reminds me of a Mass Effect character design or a Destiny character design. Now for a little backstory on Wraith. Now, Wraith is a whirlwind fighter.
Look at you! Don't do it!
Able to execute swift and deadly attacks and manipulate space and time by opening rifts in the fabric of reality. But she has no idea how she got that way. Years ago, she woke up in an IMC detention facility for the mentally ill with no memory of her life before. She also began hearing a distant voice whispering in her mind that would keep her awake for days on end. Despite nearly driving her insane, once she started to listen and trust it, the voice helped her harness her newfound power of the void manipulation and escape the facility. Now, after that, a little bit about her void. Now, the void that Wraith steps through is described as a veil or window between infinite dimensions, and it allows her to glimpse into those infinite other dimensions as she passes into and through it.
Short guy's still armed. His right. Grenade incoming.
While phase shift, Wraith can see ghost images of herself blink into view. These are described as infinite other Wraiths from other dimensions passing through the void at the same time as her. The voices from the void passes was also explained to be these other Wraiths looking into her dimension and speaking to her, warning her of danger.
Who was that? Trust just your eyes, and you'll lose.
A developer claimed inspiration from Donnie Darko to explain Wraith's otherworldly powers in a science fiction setting like Titanfall. Now, that is pretty much the backstory on Wraith. As you can see, this drawing is pretty much at the midway point. I'm pretty much done with most of the inking. I always start with a lighter ink, then darker ink, for a lot of the shadows. And where I see the line weight is going to be. As you can see here, this is pretty much the finished product. Again, I didn't get a chance to really record the coloring because this drawing is not really about the coloring, it's more about the sketching. Okay guys, I hope you enjoyed this video. This is pretty much the end, and I'll catch you guys and girl later. Midori out.